Hot Toys collectors, 6 scale collectors, my name is John Deak. I am from 1/6 Society, and today I am on location at Sideshow Con 2020. I'm going to show you guys all the new Hot Toys figures and also do some comparisons with some of the older figures for the newer reissues. With that said, I'd like you to take a moment, hop over to Facebook and join our 6 scale Hot Toys group. Almost 17,000 active members, lots of cool people. You'll make friends, share your photos of your collection and your figures, and we'd love to have you in the group. Let's get started. All right, guys, I'm going to get started with the Whiplash 2.0, the reissue of the Iron Man 2 Whiplash version 1 2.0. And the one thing I know a lot of collectors have been asking is, what is the difference between the older head sculpt and the newer head sculpt? So what I did was I actually brought my Whiplash, and I'm going to try not to get too close to this because we're definitely not allowed to touch any of the figures here. And I'm going to just let you see for yourself the difference. Let's just kind of, if I had to guess, the sculpt itself is very much identical, and the paint application on a newer one looks to be a little bit more refreshed. Let me focus in a little bit more here. There we go. That's a good shot right there. So as you guys can see for yourselves, the one in my hand is the one that was released 10 years ago. And then the one on the left is the Comic-Con exclusive that should be shipping soon. Here is the rest of the figure. I know some people were concerned about the color of the pants. As you can tell, it is slightly, a little bit more brown than the version 1. And as far as the components on his body, the tattoos, let me get you a good shot there. They all appear to be pretty much similar. It looks good, and it's awesome for collectors who missed out on the first one, because this guy was going for a lot of money on eBay if you were even able to find him. I know that I purchased a sealed one on eBay a couple years ago, and I paid upwards of $500. And I'm pretty confident when he releases or goes up for pre-order on Sideshow's site, he's not going to be anywhere near that price. So if you missed out on Whiplash, this is a good chance for you to add him to your collection. Over here was a very nice surprise for a lot of Spider-Man collectors, including myself. We were not expecting to see a classic suit Spider-Man. Obviously, the classic suit is very much loved. And I just wanted to just kind of hold up the tech suit just as close as I can without knocking anything over, and show you guys just a quick comparison between the two different figures. So as you can see, the tech suit is more of a textured fabric on the chest, and the classic suit is going to be more of what I would imagine is a sort of like a vinyl plastic style fabric. But let's get some nice close-ups in so you could see here. There's the head sculpt, the chest, and it looks like the pose that Sideshow has him in is not wrinkling the suit too much, which I know is a concern for a lot of people. Sometimes you just got to play with it to get it right. All right, let's get a nice close-up of Spidey's boots. And let me see if I can get it to focus a little better here. There we go. That's what they look like. And also you're going to have the Spider-Man, the classic Spider-Man logo on the base. So that is the classic suit. That was a really nice surprise for Spider-Man fans from Hot Toys to reveal this. And let me see if I could just sneak around back really quick and get you guys a nice shot of the back of him. So I know Hot Toys collectors want to see every little tiny detail. And of course the bottom, let's focus in on that, the bottom of his boots. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Another Comic Con exclusive, and probably the one figure that stole the show, is the Spider-Man 2099 figure from Hot Toys. And this figure is absolutely wild. I mean, it looks like Hot Toys did some kind of 3D printed fabric for the chest area. And then once again, we have some type of vinyl fabric that they used for the body itself. Let's get a nice close-up of the head sculpt there. Let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. Nice close-up of the head sculpt. This is such a fantastic reveal by Hot Toys. I'm really happy they gave us this. This was one of my first comic books when I was probably about 7 years old, when Spider-Man 2099 came out. Obviously, this is a different version, but the cover of that first issue of Spider-Man 2099 was just one of the best looking comic books I've ever picked up. And let's go ahead and get a better angle look at the bottom here. And let's take a peek around the top area here. Now the thighs and the kneecaps have what appears to be some kind of extra layer of protection of vinyl, possibly for articulation to make it a little easier. That's kind of cool. And then of course the back, you can see it there. And the bottom of his boot. And last but not least, the Mark IV Spider-Man armor suit. This is another awesome piece for Spider-Man fans. And this one has a little party trick that if you take a black light here and you turn it on, the logo will illuminate, which is pretty neat. Sort of like the Neon Tex Iron Man figures. This suit itself here, let's try to get a better look at the head sculpt. There's a good shot of the head sculpt there. That looks good. This suit here, it looks like the entire suit is almost made of the same material again as the Advanced Suit Spider-Man and also the 2099 Spider-Man suit. And there you go, little clear shot of the hands. Really nice poses that Sideshow did here. I'm really digging them. Here's the base over here, and of course it comes with the bendy pole, and the back of the MK4 armor suit. That's going to be the Spider-Man symbol on his back. Nice close-up shots so you guys can all see it for yourself. So this way you can make a decision if this is going to be a figure you want to eventually add to your collection. It is not up for pre-order yet, but hopefully we'll see it go up on Hot Toys Facebook soon as being, offered and announced, and then I'm sure Sideshow will put it up for pre-order. All right, fellow collectors, I know that this is one that a lot of people have been talking about. It's garnished a lot of attention inside the community, and that, of course, is the Hologram Iron Man figure exclusive. I did want to bring a plastic Iron Man because I know a lot of people are, either loving this figure or they're not liking it. So I wanted to at least try to show a comparison between a plastic figure and this figure, which has internal die-cast parts. Unfortunately, I can't really do like a really awesome, size comparison, but at least you can see what an older, this one I bought like 7 years ago, I think. Mark 7 looks compared to a newer designed, external plastic Iron Man figure. The inside of this figure is die-cast, so it's really important that you guys know that. And it weighs I believe 1 ounce less than the Mark 7 die-cast. I did want to talk a little bit more about this figure because there's a couple key points that I want to bring forward. Number one, at one point in time, a long time ago, probably 7 years ago, there was a hologram Iron Man figure that Hot Toys was going to release that was on display in Hong Kong at Secret Base, and people went crazy over it. Now, I have seen hologram Iron Man figures go for $2,000 on eBay, and they're plastic. So, there is a rumor floating around in various forums and community posts that this figure, at least the first batch, is going to be limited to only 500 pieces. This is me saying this, not Sideshow. Therefore, take it with a grain of salt because, again, it is just a rumor from a community forum. So whether you love it or you dislike it, in my opinion, this figure will sell out crazy fast when it goes up for pre-order this week at Sideshow Con. But that, again, is up to you if it is something you like. Me personally, I collect all the Iron Man figures, so I will be picking it up. And to be honest, I think in hand, it looks a lot better than it does on camera. These lights that are reflecting the plastic is kind of giving it like a, like a toyish, effect. Versus, I can look at this figure and see that they did a fantastic job with the plastic to give it the different colors and the hues and the textures to not make it look like a toy and make it look like, a traditional Iron Man collectible. So based on my footage, I am going to let you guys make your own decision. Just know that it is a con exclusive, and every Iron Man con exclusive people go crazy over. Let's see if we can get some nice close-ups. Oh, I'd love to pop that chest armor off, which I'm not going to. I just looked over at one of the gentlemen here helping me at Sideshow Con, and I'm pretty sure I gave him a heart attack. But I'd love to see what's underneath there. Let's see if we can get a good focus in on that. I mean, let me lower the light a little bit right there. That's a cool shot. Let's get the arms lowered, hands lowered. So as you guys can see, as I'm darkening as I'm color correcting the film, you could see how it drastically changes the colors. It's not like something you see at Target the way some people were saying. But regardless, here is the base, and he is an exclusive. Let's take a peek around the back. Okay, so I got a back shot here, a rear shot of the back. Let me again adjust the colors for you so you guys can see sort of what's going on here. A little difficult to focus, but I got it. And guys, let me tell you, this figure is it is in proportion with the die-cast figures. And I'm not even trying to say that to make you guys think that you should buy this figure because I'm here at Sideshow doing this. For me, it doesn't matter if you buy it or not. But I just hate to see, someone who loves Iron Man figures miss out on something that looks really awesome in person, that you really can't capture the awesomeness on camera. And you guys can see I'm constantly fighting to focus here to do it. But anyway, that is the exclusive, and I'm gonna go say I love them. I hope I can't wait to add them to my collection. So let's get going. You guys are gonna see me skip over some figures like the Neon Techs. We've seen them all, so I'm not going to spend the little time I have here going over that. But I did want to give you a nice close-up shot of the Brie Larson Captain Marvel Avengers Endgame prototype. And we've seen this head sculpt, and I got to tell you guys, damn, it looks good. I mean, it really, really looks awesome. And then here is the crazy cool gauntlet she's holding with all of that damage. I mean, look at the detail in that. I wonder if I can get a little closer. Guys, that's awesome. That is so, so awesome. Like, seriously, that is really, really awesome. I love that. And the back is nothing, so you won't be able to attach it to Thanos, I don't believe. I'm sure somebody will make an adapter at their house and find a way to do it. But yeah, there it is. All right, guys, let's check out the armored Thanos battle damaged version. So I actually brought my head sculpt for my armored Thanos from home to try to give you guys a little bit of a comparison, and I'm going to do it without not knocking over anything. It's going to be hard, guys, so excuse me, I can't really show you guys too close because I can't touch it. So you'll see the clean version here that is already released, and then on the battle damaged version, let's get that to focus, you're going to see tiny little scuff marks and also additional little blood splatter. But when it comes to the actual sculpt itself, it is identical to the armored version, the clean armored version. Let's take a closer look at the battle damaged Thanos gauntlet. As you will notice right off the bat is that the Infinity Stones are missing. And let's see, can we complete the snap? Looks like we are touching, so this one definitely completes the snap. That's awesome. I know a lot of collectors were wanting that in a Thanos figure. Let's check out the armor. So it appears that it is going to be the standard armor that comes on the clean version. This one has some weathering, scuff marks, various other hues to give it that damaged look. So I'll just quickly go down here so you can see him. And that is battle damaged Thanos. So guys, some of the things I'm going to skip over to save time is going to be the Cos Babies and these little miniature armories. If you want to see them, go to side.show//con and you can see all of those there. But let's check out the Arkham Knight Harley Quinn prototype. Let's get a close-up of her head sculpt. That gun is insane. That blaster is just nuts. Wow. And moving down, it looks like there's some really nice leather work going on in her shoulder area. And then down here we have her corset, which it looks like it is molded all in one piece. And then her feathered out skirt. And of course she has some stockings on and her different colored boots. Let's take a look at the back of her ponytail here. Looks like she has the red and blue dipped ponytails, which is pretty cool. Oh, that's a nice clear shot. That's really good right there. Yeah, so that's Harley Quinn. I will show you guys one quick cos baby because I like it. So I'm a little biased when it comes to this, but the '89 Batmobile cos baby. I know how Hot Toys collectors, especially 6-scale collectors, feel about cos babies, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them, but this one is so cute and I will definitely get him. Over here we have Superman, Justice League. We know we waited a long time for him and we're glad to finally have him. And then again we have Aquaman, and these are figures that you guys have seen around town for a long time now. And then we have last year's exclusive, Comic-Con exclusive, the Two-Face, which most of you probably already have him at home in your collection. But we do have the prototype for the Batman Beyond 6-scale figure. So the one thing that I could tell you I absolutely love about this figure is that cape. How it just completely is a solid, static looking piece with fabric on the inside. I mean, for that to spread out like that and for you to be able to achieve such a dynamic pose like this is pretty darn awesome. So what I want to do is kind of dim the lights a little bit here with my camera and color correct and show you nice close-up of this figure. And we all know Batman Beyond is a spectacular cartoon, and we are hoping to possibly see something with Michael Keaton involved in the next couple of years as far as a film goes or a multiverse goes, which would be absolutely cool to see Michael play an older Bruce Wayne and bring in a younger Batman and create the Batman Beyond franchise. For anyone who's owned any of the Arkham Knight Batman figures, you'll know that the detail that they put into this, especially, you know, off of a video game, is just incredible. I mean, the logo looks great. All of the armor looks great. His little gadgets on his belt look fantastic. And it's a very large, I mean, guys, it's a very, very large Batman figure. My goodness, substantially large. Okay, let's check out the Star Wars selection here at Sideshow Con. Most of you who follow me on 1/6 Society or my YouTube or Instagram, you guys know that I don't collect Star Wars, so I won't say Star Trek like I did 3 years ago. And I remember you guys got really upset at that, but I'm going to do my best to go over the Star Wars figures with you. And obviously I'm going to start with probably the most popular Star Wars character right now in 2020, and that is going to be the child, aka Baby Yoda. And there he is. Let me focus in on him. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. It's no matter how hardcore of a Star Wars collector you are, for some reason, whenever you see, you know, the child, you always refer to him as being cute. Even though, if I'm not mistaken, he's about 40 or 50 years old. That's really cool. I love that, like, hovering cradle. Let's get some, like, shots underneath of it right there. That's pretty cool right there. Little scuff marks on the bottom. And then he has his own little stand that actually connects into the Mandalorian's rock base. But hold on, that's not it. Let's try to get really, really close up here. Give me a sec here to focus. Well, if I ever have a baby, I would definitely want a hover cradle, because it looks like it would be really convenient. All right, so here I'll just do a really quick little camera movement here. So you have Hot Toys Baby Yoda, and then you have Sideshow's Legacy Baby Yoda over there. but we'll take a quick video of him too. And then of course the Mandalorian figure himself. I know Sideshow just put up a really awesome helmet of the Mandalorian. It's a prop, a 1:1 scale for pre-order. I haven't had a chance to look at it too closely yet, but I did see it go up recently. So as far as the Star Wars figures go, I'm going to film them and I'm going to let you guys make a determination as to what you think of it. Let's see here. Got some pretty good focus in. Let's clear the lights. He's got his blaster there. There we go. Let's check out the back of him. And that's the back of the Mandalorian and Child set. So you'll see he has his jetpack. Really awesome details. I know, even though I'm not a Star Wars collector, because if I were, I'd probably be sleeping on one of my friends' couches from spending too much money. I will be picking this one up as a gift for my brother. Hot Toys collectors woke up Monday morning very surprised to see a Obi-Wan Kenobi from Clone Wars, and here he is. Let's see if I can get some nice, clear, focused close-up. There's the head sculpt there, and then you have the top section of his suit, the little hologram that he's holding. Let's see if we can get a nice close-up of the hologram. That's good right there. And then his lightsaber, which is pretty cool. It looks like they used a really nice cloth. I can't touch it to tell you what it is, but it looks like the stitching on it is absolutely flawless and straight. And then the leather belts and his pouches, and then the bottom section with his boots. As you can see, they added some weathering to make the boots look a little older. Really nice attention to detail. And then we have Anakin Skywalker from Clone Wars, the prototype, and here is his head sculpt. Let's try to get it to focus. There we go. Looks good. That's a good shot right there. And he has his upper chest armor, his lightsaber, a nice blue and purple outfit all the way down to his boots. And again, this is a prototype, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. And just a quick look at Captain Rex here. He's got his guns, his awesome armor, really nice detail in the helmet. I love the blue color on his shoulder padding, and the blue trim looks really cool. And probably the coolest part about the Captain Rex figure is going to be that insane blaster that has the flames coming out of it. That's so cool. I like that a lot. And here is the Luke Skywalker, the snow speeder figure. As you can see, let me see if I can get, that's a good clean shot right there of the head sculpt. That helmet is crazy cool. I gotta get this in focus for you guys because you have to see this. Just absolutely stunning helmet. They did a really good job with that. And then he's got his orange snow speeder suit on and various gadgets on his chest there. Again, we have some pouches on the belt area, as you can see. Moving down, he's got his snow boots on, and of course, the base itself looks like a mountain of snow. I know many collectors were asking if there would be a snow speeder here, and I am not aware of that at this moment. And over here we have Jango Fett, and this is the first time we're seeing this head sculpt without the helmet on. So you guys can, let me try to get a good focus for you, because I'm shooting everything really close up so you can gather all those very, very specific details that you are interested in. And there he's got his helmet, holding his helmet. That's actually a really, really awesome pose. I had to come back to show that really quick, but that's an awesome pose. I love that. Very cool helmet. He's got his blaster in his holster. Really nice leather work. Tons of pouches. And moving down, he has his boots, knee pads, and of course the pants and the jumpsuit underneath. Let's take a look at the back of his blaster. And over here, we have blue, gray, and a darker gray accent for it. Really nice looking blaster. I like it a lot. Looks pretty cool. Alrighty then, let's check out Ace Ventura, Asmus Toys. We know that they made the announcement of this figure, I believe, about a week ago. From what I can tell, let me try to get a good focus in on the head sculpt. The head sculpt is a reissue of the very first version that they released about, I want to say 5 years ago. And the clothing is changed up a little bit. I'm going to try to get a good shot. Here's a good shot of the head sculpt, so you can kind of determine for yourself if this is going to be a figure that you want to add to your collection. Me personally, I am not a fan of this head sculpt. I do, however, love their mask figure. I mean, it's one of the coolest figures they put out, I think, in a long time. But, you know, it's up to you guys. It is Ace Ventura, so. And here we have the Aragon 6 scale figure. And then you got the awesome details of the chainmail coming down on his shoulders, the leather vest, that really, really cool sword, which I can't tell if it's metal or not right now. And then the bottom here. And then you have his holster for the sword. And then the bottom of his boots. And then a really, really cool diorama display stand. That's pretty awesome. I wonder if that would fit into a DTOF. That'd be a tough one. If not, you'd have to adjust it. Let's check out this guy here. And this guy's head sculpt is like spot on. Look at that. They did a good job with that. I really, really like it. Again, chainmail, and then the armored suit all the way down. All right, fellow collectors, I hope you enjoyed the tour of the Hot Toys figures. I know this is not 1/6 related, but it is absolutely too awesome and too cute to not finish the video with. And this is Sideshow's Baby Yoda prototype. There he is. He's made his rounds all over the internet. Super popular.